As the excitement for the 2010 World Cup starts to build, Illovo gets ready for another year of world-class performance. The 2010-2011 season promises to be an exciting one, filled with challenges and opportunities in all Illovo operations across 7 different African countries.
Greetings everybody, a very warm welcome to the magnificent Moses Mabhida Stadium in Durban, one of the selected venues for the 2010 FIFA World Cup. As an African company and as Africans ourselves, we are very proud and excited that an event such as the FIFA World Cup is finally coming to our continent. We salute the qualifiers from Africa, our thoughts are with them, and we wish them every success in the competition. As Africans, we can show that we're world class and we can continue to compete with the best.
Running a company as big as Illovo Sugar requires careful planning, solid leadership, sound equipment, adequate finances, and of course, good people.
A function such as this takes a long time to put together. If you look back, the planning for this competition started from after the last World Cup in Germany. 4 years in the planning. And if you look at it, the parallels for Illovo are extremely close. We in Illovo have a constant planning strategy in place. Our current strategy of growth was developed several years ago, and we've spent the last few years honing the policy, honing the strategy, and slowly focusing in on the delivery of our objectives. Very similar to the FIFA World Cup and what they seek to achieve.
People make the difference. As in the game of soccer, people only achieve their true potential when they work together as a team. Why? Because teams create a synergy that makes the total greater than the sum of the parts. Strange, but true.
All of our operations start with very, very strong leadership, preparation, and getting our people ready, skilled, and tasked with the job ahead.
What will it take for us to win at Illovo? How can such a big, complex company succeed? Well, it's not so difficult. In fact, you could even say it's quite simple. If every person at every level focuses on doing the basics right in their job, then Illovo will win. Back to basics, staying focused. It is that simple.
Within Illovo, we think we've got the game plan to win the match ahead. Our operations are really basic in nature. Last year you heard me talk about a back to basics approach. And if we do our daily jobs well at a basic level, we'll achieve our results.
How did Illovo perform last season? Did the group achieve its goals? Let's hear from our leader, Mr. Graham Clark.
The 2010 season was a defining one for Illovo, one in which our operations transcended from purely day-to-day operations to embracing growth. I believe it was a challenging time, but one in which we achieved a huge amount. The first step in our goal towards a much bigger organization has been achieved. Our Zambian operation is now really up amongst the biggest, largest, most efficient sugar producers in the world. Operationally, it was really a season of 2 halves. The 6 months to September being really conducive to good operations, good crushing, good factory performance. And I personally am delighted and would like to thank the organization for the efforts made in terms of our performance in the first 6 months of the year. Our back to basics approach, I think, really resulted in success and delivery in our factories, all of whom performed beyond expectations in that first 6-month period. In agriculture, we produced the yields that we were expecting, so really I think we can be satisfied that the hard work that's gone in getting our basics right is there and something we should continue with. Unfortunately, the second 6 months of the year was affected by weather, and weather is a factor in our lives. And I think the learning we take from it is that the better a first 6 months of the year we have, the easier it is to handle the second 6 months of the year.
Just as this beautiful Moses Mabhida Stadium is open and exposed to the elements, the Illovo business is also exposed to external factors, like the weather. Another external factor is the exchange rate.
Financially, the 2009 and 10 year was a year that was affected by a number of factors. I think the strength of the rand is one that really impacted on our earnings, and despite the fact that our subsidiary operations performed very well, the conversion of those profits back into rand were affected by the strength of the rand. In addition, we took a very bold step in 2009-10 with the issuing of new shares in Illovo for the first time in a long time. And therefore, on a per share basis, our earnings have reduced year on year. However, we've set the right base, we're ready for the future, and therefore we're very well positioned for a strong performance in the 2010 and 11 financial year.
Looking ahead to 2010-2011, Illovo has much resting on its shoulders. We have to continue with our growth plans, and most importantly, deliver on our promises. It is time for action, time for results, time for finding the net.
The 2010 and 11 season remained very, very important for Illovo because this is the year where we position ourselves for delivering our growth. Having got Zambia behind us, continuing now with our growth projects, 2010 will be the year that we deliver.
Health and safety is a key factor to the success of any soccer team. It only takes the loss of one key striker or your champion goalie to weaken your team and reduce your chances of success. The same applies in Illovo.
An issue affecting our daily lives in Illovo is health and safety. More and more now, we require our people to be healthy and safe at work. As a result of that, we have instituted a number of new procedures across the group to reinforce our commitment to safety and occupational health. The introduction of safety teams, safety officers and detailed formalized safety training is a feature of the 2010-11 year, and I would ask you all please to commit yourselves to that task in ensuring that the Illovo environment is a safe one to work in and that we all remain very healthy in the workplace.
Playing by the rules is a key part of being professional and winning as a team. Rules are there for all players, and the red-yellow card system can have serious implications to the outcome of a game. We at Illovo also take rules very seriously, especially safety rules. It's your life we are trying to protect.
One of the innovations on the health and safety front, and a very close parallel with FIFA World Cup, is the introduction of our card system for safety performance. As I think you all know by now, safety violations are treated very seriously and will be followed up with the issuing of yellow or red cards. A red card carries very, very strong sanction and can result in disciplinary action being taken and an employee being dismissed from the organization. Conversely, we also reward good safety performance, and therefore the issuing of green cards is also going to be followed up this year, and we will reward people for good safety performance.
Playing by the rules is easy when you're a person of character. It is not difficult to do the right thing when your heart is in the right place. Illovo is looking for heart people, people with good values.
When I last spoke to you, I covered areas of fundamental values that we would expect from Illovo employees. These remain very, very important and foremost in my mind when I go around the operation, and I look for the values in the people. Values such as honesty, integrity, courage, and really to have the courage of your convictions to get on and commit to Illovo are very, very important. I think a result of our commitment to basic values has seen a number of things happening in the year. For example, in a way it's a bad thing, but also a good thing. We're noticing that people are starting to come forward and report issues of fraud and dishonesty, something we take very, very seriously within the organization. And we would encourage you all, if you see dishonest practices, if you see fraud taking place in the workplace, we expect you as Illovo employees to come forward and report. We will look after you, we will reward you, but please help us in our efforts to stamp out fraud and to encourage honesty within the organization.
The FIFA World Cup will commence in June 2010, and every team will be aiming for the same thing, to be world champions. It will not be easy. The process will be long and hard with many obstacles, but the best team will rise to the challenge and emerge world champions. Let us at Illovo embrace our challenges in this new season and emerge champions. Illovo champions.
Challenges will remain ahead of us in 2010 and 11. And I can only say to the organization that if we pull together as a team, as Illovo United, we'll achieve our goals. I wish you every success for 2010 and 11, as with the teams in the FIFA World Cup. We wish them success as well. And to you, the employees of Illovo, please enjoy the World Cup as you enjoy working for Illovo.